Hey everyone, I hope you're doing well and staying safe during this time. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. Like I said, thank you so much for checking me out. If you haven't done so, please make sure to hit that subscribe button just right below the video. Cool, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. And if you're returning, welcome back. Thanks again for your support. I truly do appreciate having you here.
Bitcoin prices right now 43,900 plus, Ethereum 2,900 now, and we see XRP at 77 cents. By the way, it is March 2nd, 2022. Let's take a look at the range of price really quick. 76 cents on the bottom, 80 cents on the top. Let's get into it. Lots of news, ladies and gentlemen, here. Bread Wallet, which supports XRP, has sold its wallet services to Coinbase. By March 4th, peer-to-peer transactions will be disabled along with trading. If we just take a look at this really quickly, I want to give you this part of it. As part of the migration process, the BRD Bread Wallet app will undergo reductions in functionality over time as the team focuses on strengthening Coinbase wallet product. However, the open source wallet will remain forever as a community supported project on GitHub. For those that don't know, Adam Trademan, CEO of Bread Wallet, also CEO of SBI Ripple in Asia until lately, and CEO of SBI Mining Chip Company. This guy's got a lot of jobs. But that's what's happening. Now, I do agree. I think Wrath of Common asked a question here. Yeah, especially since Blockset offers back-end services, did they buy the wallet to eliminate a competitor, or are they hoping to adopt it? And that is the question here. And I was like, I even quoted the tweet or something like, then now this is getting interesting. Because you do wonder, like, is it going to be an expansion of what the Coinbase wallet can offer with bringing Bread Wallet in some way and some functionality there? Or is it really one of those moments that we're seeing the big fish eat the little fish? We'll keep an eye on it for sure, no doubt about it. Now let's take a look at this. We covered this yesterday, but we do know that the SEC against Ripple could end in a settlement by May 2022. This is really from the legal analysts that follow the case, from Jeremy Hogan to John Deaton, and we've had one of these settlement talks before. But according to Jeremy Hogan here, we know that after fact discovery closed, which is on February 28th, we are now within that 14-day window that they will sit down, and this time it appears they will sit down with Judge Netburn, who will be a mediator for this particular settlement talk. It doesn't mean that they will have a settlement, but the reality is, if Judge Netburn has seen all the relevant documents in the case, it could be a little bit more positive for getting a settlement, because the judge being the mediator in this particular settlement talk could take us to some kind of a resolution. Depending on what happens, we will follow it. It's not far away, and if not, summary judgment would take us to September. So hopefully we get a settlement, and hopefully settlement would mean clarity for us to move forward with XRP as XRP holders. So looking right here, the ECB, the European Central Bank, from Gold Telegraph right now, is saying that the European arm of Russia's Sberbank is closed due to runs on deposit. Bank runs, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, I don't have to tell you about that. This is the kind of stuff that goes on when you make war with other countries. Now, we had the State of the Union last night, and we could have this clip right here speaking directly towards emerging technologies, which could be fintech, blockchain, and crypto, ladies and gentlemen. Take a listen to this. Shout out to Nerd Nation Unboxed.
To compete for the jobs of the future, we also need a level playing field with China and other competitors. That's why it's so important to pass the Bipartisan Innovation Act sitting in Congress that will make record investments in emerging technologies and American manufacturing.
And there you have it right there. And I do believe that they better go ahead and get this list over there to the administration too. This was originally said to pass it on to Michael Saylor, which isn't a bad idea. But I tell you this is just a list of the Ripple partners. And look at BTC. Well, they got El Salvador, don't they? And El Salvador might have some trouble with the IMF and global leaders around the world as well with the whole legal tender bit for Bitcoin. I do think that situation is not over. However, when you look at this, you look at the real partnerships, the real connections that XRP and Ripple have as a company. I am pretty impressed and blown away by that. Now let's take a look at this, because we got to look at the idea of what's happening in this war conflict between Russia and Ukraine. We know there is no question they have a new financial system that's built for BRICS, which is the BRICS coalition, Brazil, Russia, India, China, right? We know that they have a new financial system between Russia and China, which I believe is probably tied to BRICS. We know Russia has an internal system, SPFS, I believe it is. And this is the supply side of all of that. Fesco is a huge logistics company that does supply chains, supply trade, right? The shipping container ship, the big ships that do the shipping containers, or whether you're talking about trains and shipping that way. This is what they do, and Fesco says customers can now pay in Chinese yuan. This is from Reuters. So we know there is the plan to pull away from not only ditching the US dollar, but to get off of the SWIFT messaging system. To be continued. And in the process, what do we see? We see Susan Friedman, head of Ripple policy. Many folks within crypto, Ripple included, are looking to work proactively with Congress and regulators on smart regulation for digital asset space that both foster innovation and protect consumers. This isn't the Wild West. That's exactly right. It is not. And now let's hear from Brad Garlinghouse, who really went on a heater here yesterday, and it starts right here. Instead of listening to responsible players who have been clear they will abide by legal sanctions, some pundits and media insist on continuing to paint crypto as the Silk Road, both an exceptionally outdated and tired argument which simply does not hold true today. Rant over, he says. But you know what? RippleNet, for example, has always been and remains today committed to not working with sanctioned banks or not working with sanctioned banks or countries that are restricted counterparties. Ripple and our customers support and enforce OFAC laws and KYC AML. In order to convert to crypto, exchanges, etc., rely on banking partners who could lose their licenses if someone on the OFAC list is able to slip through. Extremely stringent KYC AML policies are in place to avoid precisely this. This is all after the post here of crypto exchanges from Rob Price. Crypto exchanges are refusing calls to freeze Russian accounts. A Binance spokesman said doing so would fly in the face of the reason why crypto exists. Kraken CEO said the move would violate Bitcoin's libertarian values. He said, I continue to see asinine arguments from uninformed pundits on how crypto works. I want to reiterate what Ashish Birla said the other day. There are factual reasons why crypto can't be used on the broad scale, for Russia to evade sanctions. And this is where he's making the call for responsible leadership, responsible solution being offered here through RippleNet, because he's telling you they have always been and remain today committed to not working with sanctioned banks or countries that are restricted counterparties. Ripple and our customers support and enforce OFAC laws and KYC AML. They're saying we're the grown-up solution. We're the answer right here. Go through us and have everybody else tap into us. So if we're the main highway that all of this runs on, and everyone plugs into us to get these assets through us, monitor us, and you know that everybody we deal with is AML, KYC, OFAC laws, everything enforced, compliant to the hilt. That's how you do it. And you won't have to have these requests to the exchanges, because the exchanges will plug into the Ripple liquidity hub the way Ashish Burla told us a couple months ago. My rant over. And again, we know that BRICS is very real. The BRICS payment system, we covered it yesterday. I wanted to show you this diagram just so you can understand how real it is from the BRICS Business Council: Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa. This is their payment system, new international payment system, and this is what it looks like. You got the current SDR basket, and then they want all the BRICS partners in it. And they also talk about a tentative basket with a new unit of account sitting right smack dab in the middle of it. This is the kind of thing that crypto could serve, XRP certainly could serve as a bridge for, and represent that value of that payment system and all those members of it, couldn't it? It sure could. Take a look here, because this is what we're talking about, the big signal that XRP is a rising phoenix, ladies and gentlemen. Don't believe it. I do. I'm not selling a used car. Say what? JP Morgan, you can roll out what you want, but no thanks. I'll stick with what I got, he says, and nothing you can do about, because people say so. JP Morgan is rolling out the first U.S. bank-backed cryptocurrency. Engineers at the lender have created JPM Coin. Hold on to your seat, ladies and gentlemen, because I'm about to bring this home for you. The digital token used to instantly settle transaction in its wholesale payments business. It's right here. Engineers at the lender have created JPM Coin, a digital token that will be used to instantly settle transactions between clients of its wholesale payments business. Tiny fraction of payments will initially be transmitted using the cryptocurrency, but the trial represents the first real-world use case of digital coin by a major U.S. bank. There you have it. Now, this is what the perception around the world really is right now. Tushar Jain, sorry, but banks were obviously never going to use XRP for settlements and enrich Ripple, who owns more than half of all XRP. They would rather enrich themselves instead. Kudos to JPM for being first. They're going to wipe the floor with Ripple. Oh, Tushar. That is not going to age well. And the way a tiger bats a kitten, Politely, David Schwartz says, because JPM's competitors would rather enrich JPM than Ripple? Oh, sometimes a dose of just a little bit of common sense just hits like a hammer, right? That's the truth, right? Because they'd rather make JPM rich. It's asinine. Here's what we do know. Let me tell you what we do know. The big signal is that January 20th, what did we see from the World Economic Forum? They released a policymaker toolkit for all the countries and governments to build their central bank digital currency to. This framework is obviously working out because the major U.S. bank JPM, which is cited right in here as the most relevant wholesale central bank digital currency, crypto assets designed for inter or intra-bank payments and settlements, just came true. Didn't it? Tushar. JPM coin, and lo and behold, what sits beside it is XRP sitting right there. So JPM coin just started using their coin, their crypto, for settlements, trial phase, small amount of transactions, but they're doing it, which tells me that the big signal, the big rising out of the ashes is going to come, as far as I'm concerned. Not financial advice. That's what I understand. And remember this little dandy thing? And shout out to you who sent it to me. I know who you are. You do too. A fundamental valuation framework for crypto assets back in 2018. The price of XRP is 77 cents, 78 cents while we're talking right now. This is a model that they put together from Robert Mitchnick, which, by the way, works at BlackRock at the head of distributed ledger technology digital assets and used to be a strategy and product marketing for Ripple back in the day. And current board member Susan Athey. Yeah, how about that? Let's take a look at it. They came up with a valuation in 2018, before we had the massive list of partners that we showed you. A relative price, an average price could be $6.37 here.
I'm your guy. I will keep you posted. I'm your advocate. I'll be back on a daily basis, usually multiple times per day, with these videos to keep you updated with everything going on. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you haven't done so, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Feel free to share any of my videos with your friends, family, social media, or anybody who may care to listen. Thanks so much for your continued support. I'm always here for you. I want to help you through this time. So thank you so much for continuing to choose me. Enjoy your day, stay safe, and I'll catch you again probably in a couple hours. Thanks, everybody. See you later.